What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, what's shaking, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody on Def to Radio, man. That's our new Instagram. That's DEAF2 Radio. Make sure y'all follow us there.
As always, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we drop new music. Up-and-coming artists, make sure you check out the link in the description. If you want about 60 seconds of your song played in the beginning of one of our up-and-coming videos, make sure you check that out. We'll get you hooked up.
Yes, indeed, man. So we back to Priddy Ugly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, Priddy Ugly.
I'm excited about that, man.
Indeed, because we did Soil, which we thought was actually incredible. We thought Priddy Ugly.
Man.
What I think he showcased there is that he's a different type of lyricist, man. I think that there are people who are rap entertainers, and I think there are people who can just rap. And I think that there are guys that are like poets. You know, like from what we've heard from South Africa, man, we've seen some dope talent, but like Stogie T, Priddy Ugly. You know, certain people just have a certain air about them that I feel like is a different type of level to the craft of writing.
Yes.
And I really feel like Priddy Ugly fits in that criteria. And I was just talking to Ryan about this earlier. And give me some feedback on this, South Africa. Where does Priddy Ugly fall in terms of the young generation? Because I told Ryan, I was like, Priddy Ugly strikes me as an in-between guy. I feel like he's a guy that the young guys can fuck with. Y'all might not fuck with him as much as y'all fuck with A-Rees and Nasty C. It may not be on that level, but you still like him.
Right.
But also the old heads can appreciate what he does as well. It's almost like a Kendrick Cole. You know, J. Cole made the song Middle Child. He was just like the new generation. He can still do that new generation sped up flow thing, but still give you the content that the old heads like. I really feel like this is just a feeling that Priddy Ugly kind of fits right there. But he's still on the ascension. Give me some feedback, South Africa. So we're excited, man, to do Priddy Ugly because we just think he's talented. And you guys blew us up on Def to Radio, man. Make sure y'all follow us there. That's where we're fielding a lot of our requests. Y'all told us to get this freestyle done. Life looks like he's just chilling in the studio or his room or some shit. So it looks like it's gonna be more of an intimate portrayal here. Let's get into it. Priddy Ugly Life. Oh, he's on J Dilla joint too. Okay, J Dilla beat. Rest in peace to J Dilla.
Pretty ugly, but the flow pretty handsome. Awfully gorgeous. South African hip hop. What's a lyricist? Brr. Amen. First of all, rest in peace to J Dilla. Even in your death, you stayed iller. The grace gone wither, snakes gone slither. Love getting paid while they hate on Twitter. Artists care more about they plays on Triller. Jesus is Lord, but can't save all sinners. Industry controlled by some egged off Hitlers. Then you get told that it ain't y'all business. Pit bulls can be vicious, but they ain't all killers. Most y'all trash like they made y'all litter. You know the pen fire got the page y'all lit up. Punchlines to the core, make your day job sit-ups. Got them glued to the web like there's 8 arms with us. Glued to the web like there's 8 arms with us. Neighbors know my name like it's Trey Songs with us. The ones I used to hate wanna make songs.
He said neighbors know my name like it's Trey Songs with us.
Yeah.
I stopped it for the 8 arms bar.
He started this by saying, you know, what is a lyricist? So I thought he was going to start there.
Yeah.
What a lyricist was. But he said, shout out to J Dilla, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Even in death, you still illa. So I believe what he's doing is just showing you what a lyricist is instead of saying, because I thought he was going to start with, a lyricist is da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because I've seen that done so many times.
I love that you said that.
You know what I mean?
I love that you said that, man, because a lot of people talk about how great they are in their writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the best at this, but then when you break down the writing, they're not really saying anything profound or compelling to highlight that. It's just a bunch of bragging about how good you are without showing us how good you are. Like, what are you actually saying? So when Priddy Ugly says, you know what I mean, the industry is ran by a bunch of Adolf Hitlers, then we get told that it ain't y'all business, right? Mm-hmm. To me, that's something that gets me thinking, right? It's something that's thought-provoking, that has a bit of depth to it. And what does that mean? It means that maybe the powers that be, you know what I mean, are running the industry like a dictatorship, right? They're running it in a way that's controlling the narrative of certain, you know, of the music, of the artist, or who's successful and who's not. And you get pushed away. Anytime you try to peek in or you try to probe what that's about, they just block you out of it and say it's none of your business. That's kind of how I'm taking it on first listen. But again, it's about being thought-provoking and clever. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really, really what Priddy Ugly is in tune with. Let's keep it going, though, man. We want to talk your ear off.
Neighbors know my name like it's Trey Songs with us. The ones I used to hate wanna make songs with us. True. You don't die when your heart stops beating. You die when people stop remembering you. To store the memory, step into the elephant shoe. I know some big steppers, still got some stepping to do. I'm Superman, high step in the booth. Cooking these beats, I'm a chef in the stew. The flows I leak, they resemble a flu. Cutting deep, they dismember your crew. It's not a speech, it's a letter to you. Ooh, now lyric this. I'm the lyricist of the year, lot of lyricists, not a lyricist. In my head, pen is limitless. Couldn't scribble this in the air, your whole syllabus couldn't sit with us anywhere. And these hands are like the hand of God. All the soil in the land is ours. We demand the power. In the storms, they can't stand the showers. It's so much drip in the man allowed. My bitch bad like. Man,
Let's stop it right there. He was just in pocket, man.
He's giving us a lot. He's giving us bars, but he's giving us flows. He's going in and out of different
Cadences.
flows. He's giving you the appearance that this is effortless. I do this in my sleep.
I love that you don't die when your heart stops beating. You die when people stop remembering you. I think that's such a powerful line. It's a quote that we've, that I've heard, throughout my life, and I just love that, man. It speaks of someone that cares about legacy, cares about their name living on throughout the, throughout time, right? You know what I mean? So that you don't die when you die, right? You don't die when your heart stops beating. You die when the last person that dies or whatever, the last person that was aware of you dies, right? So you want to make sure that your name lives on by any means, man. You want to make sure your legacy lives on. Yeah. And I think that's to what you were just saying, Ryan. I mean, it's effortless to him. He's a student of the game. He's a craftsman, someone who wants to be great. I'm the lyricist of the year. A lot of dudes, I don't even hear that anymore, caring about being a lyricist of the year. Yeah. I care about dudes talking about, the people care about money and, how many record sales that they had, but just caring about being the best and being the best lyricist speaks to that comment. It's like, but, in order to leave a legacy that will live on and be timeless, like Nas said in a recent reaction that we did, I don't give a fuck about being mainstream. How about being timeless? Yeah. You need to care about being the lyricist of the year. I feel like a lot of artists now would look at that as corny, like lyricist of the year. I'm getting money out here. Who the fuck I give a fuck about that, right? Which is nice, but it's just refreshing to hear someone care about just being good at what they do.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, let's keep it going.
Limitless, couldn't scribble this in the air, your whole syllabus couldn't sit with us anywhere. And these hands are like the hand of God. All the soil in the land is ours. We demand the power. In the storms, they can't stand the showers. There's so much drip in the man allowed. My bitch bad like. Man, my bitch bad like, but we don't see what she bad like. Does she have an Instagram? Does she even have likes? If she made a bigger dick, nigga, would she act right? Is she the type to post a Bible verse on her last slide? Loves the fast life, fast cars with mad pipes. Mom never married and she never liked the dad's wife. And you don't know the burdens that she carries from a past life. Daddy was a bad guy, daddy couldn't plan right. Daddy full of shit, man, her daddy was an ass wipe. Daddy was a dog, him and mom, they would cat fight. Beat her to a pulp and moved on and got baptized. Mama got black eyed, mama got chastised. Most times never had racks, she was cast tight. Had to sell her body and Punani was the cash prize. Can't forgive herself, so at night she would ask Christ.
Do you see what he just did though? How he kind of started in my bitch bad like this is what we hear all the time, but then he started to kind of tell you a story. You don't know where she came from and so what leads to Instagram post and got, what do you say, Bible verses after
the last
all the bullshit posts that you see, and then a God post after it. You know what I'm saying? All this whole shit first, and then and then the God post. But he's kind of taking you through the reasoning why, right? And but pulling the curtain back and showing you in depth of what that bad could really be like.
Right. The IG model. You know what I'm saying? What led to the baby oil being spread on the ass cheeks?
Not to mention the flow. The flow was crazy too. He was just in a crazy pocket right here while being lyrically dope in what he was saying. Yeah. I mean, he was just in a crazy pocket right here.
He's like, have likes, bad like, right? The syllable usage, you know what I'm saying? Mad pipes, act right, right? The syllable usage in addition to having something to say was great. All right, let's pull it back.
With cat fight, beat her to a pulp and moved on and got baptized. Mama got black eyed, mama got chastised. Most times never had racks, she was cast tight. Had to sell her body and Punani was the cash prize. Can't forgive herself, so at night she would ask Christ. I can't lie, most men be hurting and they can't cry. If Mother Nature made the call, what's a landline? Sad times when you flatline and your mans die, and you just lost another auntie on your dad's side. Thunderstorms turn my mud into landslides. They might give us back the land, but with landmines. To see the snakes in your garden, check your grass height. And any snake can keep a secret in a rat's eyes. So don't be beefing with a pussy, fuck a cat fight. Life's a race in a maze, we the lab mice.
Yeah,
You got no chance.
he's really rapping.
What do you say? Give us the land back with landmines?
With landmines. Yeah, they might give us the land back, but with landmines. That was hard, man.
So trauma comes with that.
Whatever he's talking about, you can substitute that in many different ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's within the music industry, you know what I mean? You may think that you have a great record deal or something like that, but there's like something in that fine print that's fucking you over. You know what I'm saying? Or there's something that's tied to you getting what you rightfully deserve. You dealing with them snakes, you know, make sure you check your grass height so you can see the snakes, the people coming in your life to kind of, you know, maybe deceive you or hurt you in some way. You got to make sure you're aware of that. Let's keep it going, man. Love the way he's rapping here.
Another auntie on your dad's side. Thunderstorms turn my mud into landslides. They might give us back the land, but with landmines. To see the snakes in your garden, check your grass height. And any snake can keep a secret in a rat's eyes. So don't be beefing with a pussy, fuck a cat fight. Life's a race in a maze, we the lab mice. You got no cheese, but it's okay, you got a plaque right. But the bookings on your flyer come at half price. Any dope rapper getting smoked like a crack pipe. My pen is lit, they think I'm riding with it.
I am sorry. I have to stop it. Because what he said was, you ain't getting no cheese, but you got a plaque, right?
Yeah.
But you know, your booking's coming at half price. So I just,
that was after the lab mice line.
Cheese, rat, mice, right? So he's playing on that, but you ain't got no cheese, rat, right? So that was a slick play on the idea of a rat having cheese, right? Just the association with rat and cheese. But you got a plaque. You ain't getting no money, but you have a plaque, right? Good for you, man. Pat on the back. Yeah, here's your plaque. Yeah. But you have no money to go with this plaque. You put all this work in, you sign this sort of slave deal. It's kind of like what I was getting around to earlier, right? Like the Adolf Hitler, the powers that be, these labels, man, they put people in slave deals, even though you have to sign those deals. So there is responsibility on the artist. But nonetheless, there's a predatory deals that these artists are associated with. So they're not getting their just due. They're putting in all the work. They're the artists. They're the people, what the people come see. They're not getting the money, but they're getting sort of this consolation prize with basically a plaque.
And then before that, what did he say? Something along the lines of life's a race and it's a maze and we're the lab mice, which I thought was hard before he even got to where we're at now, because you know that the term rat race, you know, it's a term to use the fact that you were just working, you're just kind of chasing your tail and you're not getting ahead, and maybe life is kind of giving you a bad end of the stick. You know, you're really not, you know, doing what you maybe deserve or want out of life. So it's just a rat race. You're just kind of like running on the hamster wheel and just not kind of going nowhere. So he said it's a maze. So the rat race play, we understand now. It's a maze, meaning that it's hard to navigate your way through life. And we're the lab mice. So we're the lowest of the totem pole in the rat race. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just the way he said that, you know what I mean? And almost the way you could also look at that is the lab mice is never going to be free. You're never going to make it out of the maze.
It's a system to keep the people at the bottom, right? The mice in the maze. There's people that overseeing the maze.
Right.
You know, and when he said, getting back to that line, when he said, you know, they may give you the land back, but with landmines. I mean, that was going into all of that we're talking about now, right? Like, you know, if you're not in control, right, you don't have the power. You know, these people can put things in place to keep you down. We'll give you back the land. We'll give you little crumbs. But at the end of the day, like, we still have you, right? Yeah. We're still going to put you in a position where you can't win, or it's going to be hard for you to win. Getting into the lab mice thing, it's just this big maze that with barriers that are stopping you from winning. So the way he's using these metaphors and the flow and the cadence is just top tier shit, man. All right, cool. Let's keep it going.
So don't be beefing with a pussy, fuck a cat fight. Life's a race in a maze, we the lab mice. You got no cheese, but it's okay, you got a plaque right. But the bookings on your flyer come at half price. Any dope rapper getting smoked like a crack pipe. My pen is lit, they think I'm riding with a flashlight. Spitting flames, they had to go and raise the gas price. I'm a hot story versus sounding like a campfire. I had to light a candle as I wrote this, to give revelation to the hopeless. Lord, I'm hoping that you notice all the other folks out of focus. I'm magic, all they flows hocus pocus. Raps are atrocious, lack all the dopeness. They couldn't quote this, I could rap off the dome scripts. Rappers' girlfriends getting smashed like roaches, and the ones rapping about the cash are the brokest.
Okay, is this like a contest? Or just his proclamation?
I know.
smooth lo-fi joint that just can't really go wrong with that. Shout out to rest in peace. Excuse me,
Yes,
not shout out to rest in peace to the great Jay Dilla, man. Yeah, he said lyricist. They said lyricist of the year on the screen, and he said that obviously when he was rapping lyricist of the year. Is this like his submission to some sort of contest for lyricist of the year, or is this just his proclamation? Like, I'm just that dude.
I'm claiming it.
You know, so give us some feedback on what this is for. If this is just him in his room and he just decided to say, hey, I'm just that dude, man. You need to know that. But I have a feeling it's probably for something. So I'll give us some feedback on that. But that was excellent, man.
It's dope, man. I mean, he always impresses, man. When we hear, and there's one song I think with Zulu Mecca, right, that he's got coming out. I don't know if it's out. It's out already, yeah. So I know we want to get to that because that's been a big request as well.
God's Incense is the name of the song that Ryan's talking about, and there's something else from him. From Zulu Mecca too that you guys want us to do because we was kind of on Zulu Mecca early though. I'm starting to see Zulu Mecca, her name get out there a little bit more. So check out the Zulu Mecca Good Gods freestyle that we did. Make sure y'all check that out. Support South African artists. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yep. I know we love AC and Nasty C and A Reese. You know what I mean? We love AC too. Yeah, I know. We live in a desert. I fucked that up. But we love Nasty C and A Reese. We love what they're doing. But, some of them other guys that are not as known, South Africa, y'all do a great job at supporting. Keep supporting those other people because they making y'all look great. Yeah. Just so y'all know. They making y'all look next up to me.
I'm telling you.
Guys like Priddy Ugly, Stogie T, Nasty C, A Reese, Zulu Mecca. Yeah, man. They're some of the best lyricists we've heard. Period. Just so y'all know. Always interested to hear more Priddy Ugly. Keep, get more to us. Maybe we'll do the God's Incense song. You know what I mean? If that's what y'all want us to do, let us know in the comment. Let us know on Death to Radio. DM us. Let us know what y'all want us to do on our Instagram, man. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Los Vegas. We out.